I am Reverend Montclair, and this is Monday Church with Reverend Montclair for May 12th, the day after Mother's Day. I am here on a sunny afternoon and amused at myself because I just gave a talk to no recording of it, but I will start again, and that's all right. I am acknowledging that we are in need of self regulation to be able to make sure that we do not allow ourselves to devolve into a fearful state, a perpetual fearful state. It is important to take those deep breaths. When we catch ourselves shallow breathing, we are in a fearful state, a constricted state. We need to breathe deeply and slowly exhale. Because there's a lot in the world to be afraid of right now. It is crazy making what is going on in our culture, in our politics, in our government, and we have to be very mindful. Again, I'm going to suggest make sure you drink enough clean water because hydration also helps the body not be in a state of fear and lack. We need to make sure we're getting enough nutrition. These are trying times. And who are we going to be in response to trying times? Are we going to recognize that we have a core of strength in us and use some kind of disciplined action and practice to continue to be that core of stability and centeredness and strength? We need to have a practice to keep us centered while the world is trying to throw us off center. And maybe not the whole world, but the one that affects us directly. So that could be more than even our governmental policies. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be random strangers, it could be kidnapping ICE agents. We have to be very careful and consistently active in staying grounded. One method, literally called grounding, is to take off your shoes and socks if you wear them and put your feet on the earth. We belong to this earth. We are of this earth. The earth has an electromagnetic, whatever, boundary, force field, and we too, as humans, human animals that live on this planet, have our own electromagnetic center in the center of our heart. The earth and our hearts send off these vibrations, and it helps us to ground our vibration in a calm, centered way when we step upon the earth. Human beings, when we first evolved onto this planet, did not wear shoes. We were in constant contact with the earth. And even through the 1900s, people would sit on the ground and have picnics. Some people still do, but it's become rarer and rarer with picnic tables and chairs and tables and decks and patios. We don't sit on the ground anymore. Not many of us in this country. It's a good practice to consider doing every so often to stay in touch with the earth. We spend too much time indoors. We spend too much time on screens, screen time. We need our sunshine to make vitamin D through our skin. It also helps with our bones, the strength of our bones and our muscles and our immune system. I recently believe that I've been low in vitamin D because of the specific pains that I had that were the same as when I had a blood blood test where I was low in vitamin D. So I started supplementing again, vitamin D3 plus vitamin K, and my symptoms are going away. So we have to be mindful of our bodies and what our bodies are trying to tell us. We have to stay consistent in some kind of a schedule. It can't always be erratic. We have to be mindful of getting enough sleep. In our society, we glorify lacking sleep and overworking, but it's not good for the body. And the body is where we live, and the planet is where we live, and we have to take care of both. So we've got to make sure we make the time to rest, to find a way to turn off, as they call it, the monkey mind that is in constant circulation of thoughts. I don't know if that's an accurate description. Seems to me monkeys are probably more peaceful than we are. But we can do certain practices to quiet the mind. Some people meditate. Meditation's not just sitting there doing nothing. It might be focusing on one thing, like on a candle flame. It might be focusing on a musical note, like people have gongs or use the edge of a wine glass when it's wet to ring their finger around it, to zone out, not on the TV when it's telling us different things from movies to news, but to just zone out into the present moment, not into a story, not into someone else's dream, but into our own dream, a daydream or a night dream. We can learn from our dreams. So when we lay down our heads at night or in the day, whenever it is you sleep, we need to choose to let go of the world for a few hours at least, to let it be itself and let us be ourselves, to calm our minds, to calm our nerves, to just be in the present moment, not worried about the future, not worried about the past. Just be. We need to practice just being. Sometimes it's good to look out the window at nature, to stare into the eyes of a loved one, to appreciate what it is to be alive, even in this moment, even in our bodies, even in this century, with all the challenges, with all of the things that are not the way we might want them to be. But we need to be mindful so that we can be strong. So choose your intentional presence to be the most authentic self you can be. When you totally accept yourself for who you are, for who the divine created you to be, for whom you are when you follow your heart, nothing much else is going to stress you out because it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you. It doesn't matter, even if you think it does. At least entertain that thought that it doesn't matter. That who you are is exactly who you were meant to be. And yeah, we all make choices that sometimes take us away from our paths of who we're meant to be. We employ different coping mechanisms. We may waste time, we may waste friendships, other relationships, but we can bring ourselves back to center without judgment, with acceptance, with forgiveness for ourselves and for others. And we may learn as we practice to be present, to be fully present in this world. We're in our little quiet corner of it because we all need to be able to retreat from the world to a safe space, to a sacred space. And if that doesn't mean an external space, let it be an internal one. Let you always have an internal sacred space where you respect you, where you are present with you. And in that moment, I hope you trust in yourself. And in that moment, use your intuition. Tune into that inner knowing, not only of who you are, but of what your purpose is in this life, of where you're meant to spread your love, your wisdom, your knowledge. And if you are so determined to continue to run away from who you are or from what your experiences have been, recognize that the running is the thing that needs to stop, that you need to just be still and to find ways to heal what it is you're running from, to find ways to heal so that you don't become the problem in someone else's life while you're trying to deny that which scares you the most. And it's our fears that create the dissonance, the discomfort, the desire to flee from thoughts, persons, places, things, memories. Let us be courageous and face all of those things that we want to run away from and just be present to it without judgment. Present to the memories, present to the damage, present to the losses, present to the missed opportunities, present to the ways in which we did not behave admirably, present to the parts of our lives that we ran away from because we were afraid. Just be present to it. Forgive it, let it go, and choose differently in the next opportunities. When we lay our heads down at night, again, or whenever you may, take a deep breath and release the day. Say to yourself, I release the day, or I let go of the day, and tomorrow, I trust, will take care of itself. We need to learn to trust ourselves and to trust ourselves in life, to trust something about life. We can't continually be in fight or flight or being being in a defensive mode all the time. It's neurotic. It's like our government is behaving, more defense budgets, creating enemies. We're out of friends. We need to be secure in who we are. And it's not from the outside that we determine value in and of ourselves. It's from the inside. It's from following our truths of what our purpose is, not what someone else said our purpose to be. We define ourselves. We do not get defined by others. They'll try, from parents, teachers, friends, lovers, husbands, wives. They'll try to define us. It's not their job. If you believe in God, divinity, maybe that's their job. And it's our job just to be exactly who we were created to be. That's all. So on your path during these challenging times, may you walk in beauty, with beauty before you, with beauty behind you, with beauty above, with beauty below, with beauty within, and with beauty all around you. May you walk. Be kind, be truthful, be present. I am Reverend Montclair, and this is Monday Church with Reverend Montclair. Till next time, peace in your life, peace in your heart, and peace in your corner of the world. See you soon.